Hi everybody, this is Brady the Mad Poet on the Windy City Underground, your music, your station. I had to do a do-over. Yes, I did. Press delete, start again. So I had to refresh. I was a little tired. I've been essential lately, and essentially I'm tired. So, we're going to start this again. We're going to talk about Ahmaud Arbery. We're going to talk about Candace Owens. We're going to get into a little politics. We're going to get into a little entertainment. We're going to get into a little music. And we're going to have a nice time. That's what we're going to do right now. This is, again, Brady the Mad Poet. So let's get started. Let's make a splash. Let me tell you about it. First of all, I do want to give a shout out to all the helpers and the healers, not the haters and the joy stealers. We ain't got time for that. So we're going to make a splash. At first, initially, I did not want to put on the video with Candace Owens, but I was able to pull it up. So I'm going to let you guys hear it, and we're going to talk about it. So let's just get started, in case you didn't see it.
Hello, Facebook. Haven't done a video in a while, and I wanted to be sure to insert my opinion about this very viral case of Ahmaud Arbery, who is being dubbed as just a jogger by the media. And I just kind of want to talk about really just the media's role in propaganda and how upsetting it is to me that Black America always seems to take the bait. Like, I have to say, this case, after all of the work that I have done these last 3 or 4 years to wake Black America up to the fact that every election cycle there is some story that they perpetuate that is supposed to make us think that we are being chased by the Ku Klux Klan. And yet here we are, a couple of months away from an election, and there are Black people running around saying that we are being lynched in Georgia. So let's just start with just the case and how it's been being reported. So first, you are hearing that it is a modern day lynching. That should instantly, if you are a Black American and American, make your ears perk up a little bit, because there are not really modern day lynchings that are taking place in America. There are not lynchings taking place in general. I mean, even at the time, at the height of the Civil Rights Movement, when Black people were actually being lynched, it was approximately 3,500 Black people that were lynched from the entire period of 1882 all the way up until 1968. All right, so that's actually a very low number relative, not saying that lynching is okay, obviously, but a very low number relative to the population that we had at that time, or the population that we had all the way up until 1968. Really? So lynchings are not common in general. The idea that people are going around lynching people in 2020 America, you can already know and you can smell that something is wrong with the story. All right, so before I even saw the video, because I just was interested in the reaction to...
Oops, sorry. I don't know what just happened. I did something. But first of all, let's talk about this. She said only. Okay? Right there, that was an issue for me. But I'm going to let her continue. Talking about some only. Only. Okay. Let's continue.
Being hunted as soon as we walk outside. So before I even saw the video, because I just was interested in the reaction to see how far people were going to take it, I saw that LeBron James issued a tweet, which quite frankly must have been the dumbest thing I have ever read. The tweet was that we are literally, we meaning Black people, we are literally being hunted as soon as we walk outside of our own homes. So this is either laugh out loud funny or really stupid. In my opinion, it's both. LeBron James doesn't even touch his own car door handles. LeBron James is currently building a multi-million-dollar, $100 million estate in Bel Air right now. And LeBron James has a white chef. He's got white housekeepers. LeBron James is somebody that has white people waiting on him hand and foot because he is successful and he has a lot of money, and that's what comes with money and success. So the idea that he is out there perpetuating some idea that Black Americans are literally being hunted for walking outside of their doors is pointedly ridiculous and should have made everybody go, okay, this is really dumb. So I finally look at the video. I'm expecting, based on all of the rhetoric, on all of the articles, just saying that it's an example of a modern lynching, I'm fully expecting to see a video of a mob of white people, maybe with a rope, maybe with some guns, just marching down the street towards a black person so that they can kill him and make a mockery of him. That's what you should have expected based on the rhetoric that was perpetuating, and everybody was outraged left and right because of this 10-second clip. What I actually saw watching the video left me with more questions than answers. First and foremost, he was not being pursued in the video, obviously. It looked like he was running towards the car, and then when the two people who had guns, he went around and he attacked the person. So that actually left me with a lot of questions of like, what is going on in this circumstance? Who was recording this video? Because the person who was recording the video was obviously catching up to the situation. He hadn't been trailing this person. And I just wanted to know, how did everybody watch this 10-second clip and instantly think that this person was completely just a jogger who was being lynched? I don't even understand how that came across. Secondly, I noticed in the video, and after reading reports, that he's wearing khaki shorts. So just an easy question to ask is, if you are just a jogger, and he is being described in the media as an avid jogger, this is something he does all the time, I do not know any avid joggers that jog in khaki shorts. Now, again, that's a question. That is not insinuating anything. It just is saying that if you looked at the video, you probably should have had more questions than answers, and yet the media and everybody was issuing a verdict that this was some crazy situation where a couple of white people woke up and thought, you know what? Today, I want to lynch a black person. And I think this is the right guy. I see someone. Let's go for it. Let's get in our pickup bed and go find ourselves a black person. That was actually just made no sense. But people rarely pause to think, because people are desperate to foster this race narrative in this country. And because there's not many examples of people being lynched or black people being pursued on foot by white people, the media really drummed this one up. All right, so we instantly should have been asking ourselves, is this guy just a jogger? That was sort of bottom line. I thought, there's no way this guy was just jogging. And then you hear that the people that actually shot him had called 911. So for everybody that is saying that this person was murdered, I can tell you right now, no matter how upset you are, this is not going to amount to a murder charge. The legal definition of a murder, you have to be able to prove that this was meditated, that there was some element of meditation. People do not call the cops before they murder someone. That is just not what somebody does. You don't pick up the phone and say, hi, 911, I'm about to go out and commit a murder. That doesn't make any sense, okay? Obviously, something went wrong, so this will amount and can amount to a manslaughter charge, maybe a manslaughter conviction.
All right, that's enough of this foolishness. Okay. All right. So we just heard what she had to say. Okay, now, like I said before, Candace Owens, she has the right to be wrong, okay? Which she is in this situation. We understand that two men, they were in fact arrested for the murder of Ahmaud Arbery, okay? That's first off. People call the police when they sometimes are about to do something illegal to cover their own tracks, okay? And this is in Glenn County, okay? Now, the two suspects, we know they're more than the suspects. They did it, okay? Travis McMichael, 34, and Greg McMichael, 64, okay? They did it. I don't care if this man was an avid jogger. I don't care if he was a salesman. I don't care if he was knocking on the door to door. He was gunned down. Okay, I couldn't hardly watch the video. I didn't want to talk about it because it's just like, it's only so many things you can say. It's nothing else left to say. For me, it was just too much. And so it really, really touched me. You know, it's in our subconscious. And then I see people bringing up like all the murders and the police brutality cases. And it's just horrible. Even though these two guys, they weren't police. They were just trying to protect their neighborhood or whatever. But it's funny. How many cases, I'm willing to bet it's zero. How many cases in Georgia or in the stand your ground states where a white person will arrest another white person? Or they think that they're doing a citizen's arrest? Probably zero. I've never heard of a white person making a citizen's arrest against another white person in the South. It's a sense of entitlement. That's the issue. Sense of entitlement, a sense of superiority. Race is always a factor. When you think about the people's organs being missing, the lynchings, and the girl said only 3,500. Only, You only can get slapped like 3,500 times for saying something so stupid like that only. Have you ever heard of Tulsa, Oklahoma? Have you ever heard of the bombs being dropped down on somebody's house in Philadelphia? What is wrong with you talking about some only? Do you know only so many counts were counted, and there's probably thousands of cases that were not accounted for? You only have the right to have several seats. Okay. And I had a lot of respect for the girl. I like her controversial topics, but right here, she went just a little bit too far for me. It was just like, girl, please. Even the president was just like, this is a tragedy. This is wrong. So Joe Biden making a statement about it months and months later after it happened, now that is suspect because this happened in February. So the tape got released recently. So yeah, he making a statement about it. Yeah, he's trying to get the black vote. But the point of the matter is this man was gunned down. This man was murdered. He was hunted. If he's running, if he's jogging, call the police, let them handle it. He wasn't on your property. It had nothing to do with you. I don't care what he was doing. I don't care if he was stealing, unless he was committing another heinous crime or murder or attacking somebody. You could have just managed your business, staying in your lane, okay? And it's just sad. It's real sad. On my last live, before I deleted it, I was singing. I'm going to sing again to release some of that stress, some of that tension I have. So much things to say. Now, I don't have rights to this music. I just want to sample it for entertainment purposes. I'm not trying to make any money, any profit. It's just entertainment purposes, okay? I got so much things to say right now. I got so much things to say. I got so much things to say right now. They got so much things to say. Hey, I'll never forget, no way, they crucified Jesus Christ. And I'll never forget, no way, they sold Marcus Garvey for rights. And I'll never forget, no way, they turned their back on Paul Bogle. Hey, so don't you forget, no way, who you are and where you stand in the struggle. And I just realized I messed up one of those. I've been making up my own lyrics. I know it's stole Marcus Garvey for rights. I used to say sold Marcus Garvey for rights instead of stole Marcus Garvey for rights. And so I've been making mistakes sometimes, So, I had to lighten up the mood. My church asked me to put something together too, and I gotta send it to her. They don't know. I just wanna, get my hair done just a little bit before I go post it myself. So here it is. Hope. H is for having faith in His holiness. O, openness to love. P, progress, reading the word. E is for everyone. United we are. That's my little United song. Yeah. I feel so much better. I had to take a couple of breaths. Because when you put stuff in your subconscious, like murder and violence, you have to get rid of that stuff. You have to release that energy. And I just did, And then once I do that, I say I'm to laugh. I got to watch something entertainment. So I was looking, and I saw saw the Trina versus Kaya rant. All right, it's entertaining. So basically, Kaya called out Trina. Trina hit her back like, I'm not going to talk about you, but I am finna talk about you. And she read her like, you are this and you are that. You can't stand on my level. And Kaya was like, you are this and you are that. I can't say all these words because it's still WendyCityUnderground.com. But she basically read her in with all kind of foul language that I'm not going to repeat. So I'm like, first of all, women, please stop talking about other women as their sexual encounters. Okay? If you didn't have sex, if you're having sex before marriage, if you have more than a couple partners, close your mouth. Okay? I don't care what you're doing now, what you did then. You can't call another person a sheep if you messing around with 5 sheep. Okay? Or if you're being a sheep yourself. So just stop. Don't do that. Don't try to bring another woman down with negativity. Let her live her best sheep life. Because Kanye rapped about my neck and my back, popping this thing, and Trina was rapping about I can get your daddy and his, whatever. Now, if I wrote them some bars, I think Trina's cadence would be better than Kaya's, because I listen to more of Trina music, and so that's what I think. So that's what I've been watching. I've been watching Love and Hip Hop. They so extra on Love and Hip Hop. They so funny. People starting unnecessary beefs. Why do we watch that? Why do we do it? It's my guilty pleasure. I feel bad. Like, who watched the Boondocks? Don't you feel like you're losing brain cells when you watch something so stupid? It's like, oh my God, these brain cells I just lost. But it's so entertaining. Like, I don't want to think about all the horrors of the world every day. I need a good laugh. I was watching the Dave Chappelle Mark Twain Award too. That was pretty good. That was funny. But yeah, I need some laughs every now and then. I need to crack some jokes. I need to write some jokes. I found all these jokes on YouTube. They are so funny. Let me see if I can remember some of them. It was just like, why is it your drink gets warm and your food gets cold? Womp womp. Or let us pray with the lettuce on the face. I thought it was funny. I don't know. I got to work on my material. Work on some more jokes. Oh, now this is more of a serious matter that I was looking at on Netflix. It's called Unbelievable. It's based on a real teen rape victim. And how people was trying to say that, what's that? People was trying to, okay, we got it. Oh my God. Okay, let me see. People was trying to say that this girl had made this up, and she didn't. And like the whole county was against her. Her friends, she had to sue people. So basically, sometimes something could be the truth and nobody could believe it, and sometimes something can be a lie and everybody could believe it. So you can't pay attention to none of that. But I am happy whoever's tuning in is tuning in. If ever you want to holler at me, you want me to put together some funny material, just check me out on Brittany Shea, BrittanyTheMadPoet.home.blog. I like to dibble and dabble up a little bit of everything. I like to write stories, rap, sing, whatever. Create flyers. I also been watching The Blacklist. And so they talk about the cabal and they talk about what's going on right now. Okay. So I'm on season 2. I'm rewatching season 2. They talk about the cabal, aka the Illuminati, aka the elite. And they also talk about how they created a virus that can target specific people with specific genes and DNA. What that sounds like? What does that sound like? And they also talked about how, people create viruses all the time. The WHO and the different organizations can create a virus and put it out there. And, you got to watch The Blacklist. All I'm saying is, if you're sitting at home, rewatch The Blacklist because it's good. It's popping. It lets you know what is going on for real. Y'all been stimulated lately? Because I have. I can't wait to get stimulated again. Shoot. Every time I get stimulated. And I don't think about reparations, but I do charge my student expenses and my health care to the game. I charge to the game as reparations. Now, as a student, I'm finna get stimulated. Nah, I can't wait. Okay? I feel like erasing they supposed to erase $30,000 of student debt, and I'm all for that. I might mess around and go to law school because I'm all for erasing the student debt. Okay? Now, my thing is this. If you were trying to save money, it would make more sense to bail out mortgage companies and landowners versus, okay. It would make more sense to pay out mortgage companies and landlords versus giving individuals $1,200. Just make it so they have a certain amount of money where they're not charged to pay for, their building. They can maintain their upkeep, bail out the ComEds and the gas companies, bail those people out, and so people can live for free, so you don't have to stimulate the economy with $1,200. Don't that make sense? Makes sense to me. Am I the only one thinking? Yeah, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Did I tell y'all I was essential lately? That's why I'm so tired. I ain't do my last show because I'm tired. And y'all have to watch some reruns of some old stuff over there I put together because I'm tired. Okay? And I called my little phony ex-student who didn't return my phone call. She know who she is. Not a student, but we were students together. And I'm just going to let her call me back when she do. Okay, this is a time for people to come together. But sometimes it's just like, if I ain't mess with you, so I only mess with you so tough when the world was open. I'm only going to mess with you so tough when the world is closed. But I'm going to pray for everybody. So, this is a short live. I hope you guys become stimulated. I hope you pray for all the essential workers out there, the maintenance people, the cleaning people, those who got the COVID, those who don't, make sure they don't get it. And then the new virus with the Kowalski, with the children, we can't have that. We got to keep our immunity high. We can't have children, this quote unquote weird thing. We ain't doing it. So y'all stay safe, stay prayed up, and enjoy your evening. Thank you so much. I'm Brittany the Man Poet. Let me tell you about it. I'll tell you about it again next week on Wednesdays. Have a good day.